The arrival and the suspicion for many months, astronomers offered reassurance. They told us that 3 Atlas was nothing unusual. Just another interstellar wanderer, an icy traveler passing through. It would glide past Mars, bend gently with the pull of gravity, and vanish into the darkness between stars. It sounded safe. It sounded harmless. It sounded like the kind of story people wanted to believe. After all, the skies above are full of mysteries, but not every mystery is a threat. Yet the universe has a way of hiding warnings in plain sight. It rarely allows great events to unfold without meaning. And slowly, the harmless story began to unravel. The object was first spotted on July 1st, a faint streak caught by automated sky surveys. At first glance, it resembled any comet or asteroid, an icy blur with a faint glowing halo. But early calculations revealed something astonishing. Its velocity was measured at nearly 87 km per second relative to the Sun. That speed is almost unthinkable. At such velocity, the object could cross the distance from Earth to the Moon in less than 80 minutes. This was no ordinary visitor from the Oort cloud. This was interstellar. News spread quickly. Researchers hailed it as the second Oumuamua, a once-in-a-century discovery. Unlike that earlier object, which slipped through the solar system almost unnoticed, this one was brighter, larger, and more persistent. It lingered, allowing telescopes worldwide to lock onto its path. Excitement grew in both scientific circles and the public. Headlines called it a cosmic marvel. Amateur astronomers filled social media with stunning images and hopeful predictions. But excitement gave way to unease. Comets are not supposed to behave like this. Normally, when icy bodies approach the inner solar system, they shed material chaotically. They slow down, break apart, or stabilize in unpredictable ways. 3 Atlas did none of these things. Instead, it began to accelerate. Not violently, but steadily, as if nudged by an invisible hand. Its coma, the bright cloud of gas and dust, grew larger, doubling in brightness in just weeks. Spectral scans revealed something stranger still. Powerful spikes in ultraviolet radiation, and levels of carbon dioxide outgassing far beyond any comet ever recorded. Then James Webb turned its instruments on the object. What it detected changed everything. From the tail of 3 Atlas came bursts, regular, controlled, repeating. Every 17 minutes, a jet of gas fired like a thruster. Not random, not chaotic, but deliberate. A rhythm. A code. A maneuver. Scientists froze at the data. This was not the signature of a drifting ball of ice. It was the behavior of something guided, something adjusting itself with precision. The implications were staggering. Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb and his team went public with a daring claim. Perhaps 3 Atlas was not a natural object at all. Perhaps it was an artificial probe. Their claims were soon echoed by further observations. Radar signals from NASA's Goldstone antenna bounced off the object and returned with metallic echoes. Not the soft, watery signature of ice, but the sharp ring of something solid, structured. Amateur astronomers, using high-exposure photography, reported seeing thin green beams converging toward Mars, synchronized with the object's 17-minute exhaust bursts. The evidence piled up. The reassurances vanished. 3 Atlas was no longer harmless. It was no longer simply a comet. It was steering. And its trajectory pointed directly at Mars. Mars awakens. The numbers began to shift. Simulations no longer showed a simple flyby. The new models whispered of danger. 3 Atlas would no longer miss Mars by millions of kilometers. It was closing in. A near miss had become a near hit. And with just a slight increase in velocity, already within the power of its jets, it could strike Mars directly. The implications were staggering. Its mass was calculated at 10 billion tons. Its velocity at 57 kilometers per second. The impact energy would exceed 2 million megatons, thousands of times greater than humanity's largest nuclear test. Enough to carve a crater 60 kilometers wide, 5 kilometers deep, and scatter debris across the Martian orbit. Some fragments might even be thrown outward, set adrift toward Earth. But there was more at stake than geology. Mars holds decades of human exploration: rovers, orbiters, landers, instruments. A strike would erase decades of science. And perhaps worse, it could awaken or release biological reservoirs hidden beneath the Martian crust. Mixing whatever 3 Atlas carries with Mars's own potential. Biologists whispered a chilling phrase: panspermia in reverse. Not life escaping Mars into space, but life being deliberately planted there. Then came a stranger revelation. Webb detected traces of synthetic polymers, materials resembling plastics and nanotubes, embedded in its gases. No natural process in deep space produces such compounds. And deeper scans revealed isotopic ratios unmatched by any body in the solar system. The more scientists looked, the less it resembled a comet. The more it resembled a machine. And then, silence. NASA blacked out public telemetry. Press briefings were cancelled. Inside whispers leaked one chilling phrase: Impact Protocol initiated. What was Impact Protocol? A defense plan? A message? Or something darker? Independent researchers began decoding the trajectory itself. They mapped the vectors, the bursts, the orbital adjustments into binary sequences. The result was not noise. It was ordered. It repeated. It counted. Atomic numbers, carbon, oxygen, silicon, iron, the essential ingredients of both life and technology. Prime numbers. Recursive patterns. As if 3 Atlas was speaking, not with radio, but with motion. As if the orbit itself was the message. And Mars was answering. Seismic instruments detected underground activity near Cerberus Fossae. Faint pulses every 17 minutes, mirroring the object's rhythm. Heat signatures rose. Magnetic waves flickered across the surface. It was as if Mars was waking up. High-resolution imaging revealed expanding shapes in the dust near Noctis Labyrinthus. 2 concentric ovals, spreading wider each day. Until finally, unmistakably, they formed an eye. An eye tilted at 23.5 degrees, the tilt of Earth itself. Mars was not just reacting. It was aware. Then, from beneath Olympus Mons, the largest volcano in the solar system, came the signal. Not random noise. A harmonic spiral waveform, a mirror image of the pulses 3 Atlas emitted. A call and a response. Perhaps 3 Atlas is not a weapon, but a courier. Perhaps it is not delivering destruction, but communication. A seed. A message. A spark. And the true event may not be the impact. It may already be unfolding. Not on Mars. Not in the heavens. But within us, those who witness, those who listen, those who understand. Because sometimes, the signal is not meant for telescopes. It is meant for mind.